The and I'm not like one of these shucks, you know, that kind of thing, but I am here to tell you, Sadie Washington and Howard Isley just coached their backsides off. I knew when I spoke to many of you yesterday, I was confident that I could manage a game. Those two guys, just absolutely extraordinary. And to the Big Ten Network, and I'll say the same to you, what you're seeing there are two future head coaches. Okay? America needs to know that. America needs to know that. When I spoke to Juwan Howard last night, he said, I feel fine. I have the best coaching staff in America. And again, I get it. You know, it's a story, my whole background, but that was Sadie Washington and Howard Isley. And then those young guys. Before they went on the court, I asked them to play hard, to play smart, and to play together. And they played together. They were connected, 15 strong. Because not just what you saw on the floor, but think about that. Moussa Diabate and Terrence Williams played scout team. Right? And they weren't half in, right? Around here, you're 4 feet. Both your feet and your hands are in, or you're not around here. That win was because of the character that Juwan Howard has insisted that we recruit to. So I'm humbled to serve. And to serve with Sadie and Howard and Jay Smith and Chris Hunter. You know, everybody did their thing. Everybody did their thing. And not just for these 40 minutes, but since the lab, whatever it is now. You know, 72 hours, is it 80 hours? I don't know. But those guys deserve game balls and letter jackets or whatever the heck you give them for what they did, really.
A lot of times in emotional situations, you see teams respond either one way or the other. And when it's positive, that first game out of the chute is filled with so much energy, but then you watch them taper off. How do you keep this and how do you bottle this going forward?
I don't know. I really don't. Because I will suggest to you that Tuesday's practice was that like dip. Monday was solid, Tuesday was the dip. And what I think with all that's going on, you know, with all that went on and then all that's going on, okay? So, well, how many wins do we need or what? And you have 5 games? No, we don't. We don't. We had yesterday and today. Now we're off tomorrow. And when you have a leader like Eli Brooks, we'll have their attention. We'll have their attention on Friday to play an afternoon game on Sunday against, you know, a nationally ranked team. But in this league, tonight is tonight. And tomorrow we'll deal with that. But we do have off, which is a big deal. To your point, it's a big deal to have a day off. And to, you know what, everybody needs to breathe, right? Everybody around here. Administration, staff, players, everybody needs to breathe. And now Friday can be about basketball.
Over here with Steve. There you go. Caleb was talking to us about how you stressed everybody needs to be the best version of themselves. Talk about that and talk about the version that you got tonight, particularly of Caleb and how important his scoring is to this team winning.
Well, him scoring opens the floor. I just made mention to somebody, I don't know how long it went in the second half before Hunter got a shot. Right? I didn't know. But Caleb was shooting the ball, right? To me, and I'm not a shooting instructor or anything, but the only thing that's important for Caleb Houston's level shooters is the next shot, not the last shot. And for long periods of time this year, you've all watched him, it's the last shot that, even in practice, the last shot. No, let the ball go. Let the ball go. Like I thought one of the best plays that Caleb made all night, they went zone one time in the first half, he cut back door, and it was a great pass, and I think the kid erased his layup. But you know what? I got a layup against the zone. That's like processing the game. So, look, he has a brilliant stroke. He has a brilliant stroke, but he hasn't been beaten down by, oh my God, they don't think I'm that anymore, or they're questioning this. He puts in an awful lot of work on his own. He's got his own little managerial crew that works with him. He'll be in here tomorrow morning shooting. And the idea of the best version, that's always been a big deal to me, and it became amplified with everybody saying, well, what are you going to do without Musa? What are you going to do without Terrence? Well, you can't. Musa's a different player than anybody else we have, and so is Terrence. So if everybody was to come in, and at the end of 40 minutes say, I was the best version of myself, and it didn't go our way, walk out with your head high. But if one guy wasn't the best version of himself, shame on us. Shame on you, and shame on us. Because this was about representing their families, this was about representing Michigan, and this was about representing their teammates. And I give them 5 stars, each and every one of them, for the way they performed.
Chris?
Coach, 21 minutes for Kobe. What's the difference between the kid that you got initially at the beginning of the season and now for him to earn that much play time? Obviously, the short bench helps.
Yeah, the short bench helps, but again, work. It's work, and the right. Not that he was focused on the wrong things, but focused on the things that are important here. Like he got really angry with himself in the second half because he allowed a dribble drive. That wouldn't have happened 6 weeks ago. It definitely didn't happen 3 months ago. So again, it's growth, and it's really interesting with Kobe because I talked to him one day. His jumper looks different, right? His jumper looks different. And I said, what are you doing? And he said, I study Eli. He said, I like how Eli gets. And I said, well then take it a step further and study Eli's game. Like Eli comes off of those handoffs on a sprint. Eli's the best perimeter defender. Okay, so study the whole, not just his jumper, but study the whole game, the whole thing. And, just me. I'm not one that says, oh my God, great shot. But on the pull up, on the fast break, I went, oh my God, great shot.
Larry?
Bill, can you share your emotions with that big hug you got before you went into the tunnel?
I would put it to you this way. I'm here to serve. And to be acknowledged for serving is very much appreciated. Okay? But I will share this with you, and I shared this with the players, the last statement I made to them before they went on the court. The word manual did not ask me to try to coach the team. Right? Try. He said, do it. So I did it. And I mean that, I don't mean that singularly. like we did it. And the players did it, because no one said try. They asked us to do it.